So, never mind over the rainbow, we thought we'd get closer to the sky here on Newsround on the top of this building. You must be over the moon right now. Are you really happy?
Yeah, I'm so ecstatic. I've never been this excited and this overwhelmed in my entire life. I mean, since Saturday, everything's just been like go, go, go and non-stop, but I'm absolutely loving it.
And you've got a team around you now telling you what to do and kind of how to have your hair and all that kind of stuff. Is that what it's going to be like until you start performing on stage?
Yeah, I think, I've got a fantastic group of people sort of like helping me along, saying like, this is what we're going to do today, this is the look, or this is the hair, which is fantastic because, I've got so many things to think about at the moment that it's nice to have people around that are looking out for you, so it's good.
And you've only just turned 18, so to win a talent show on this scale, and for Andrew Lloyd Webber to say you are amazing, that just must be absolutely crazy.
Oh, I know, and I can't take compliments, like I just don't know how to respond. And Andrew's been so complimentary, and he's just such a fantastic person to be able to work for, and it's such a massive scale of a show, and only 18 to be able to do all that is absolutely incredible, and I'm just really grateful that I'm being given the opportunity to carry on this experience and carry this part of my life on.
And yeah, I mean, Danielle, this was your first audition, and this is the outcome. I mean, how does that feel?
Oh, I know. I've just walked straight out of sixth form, middle of A-levels. I should be sitting exams around about now. And this is the first thing that I ever did, and to get this far is just fantastic. Like, you always have these ambitions, don't you, when you're younger, like, oh, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And you never think that your entire ambitions and achievements would be achieved at 18. Like, it just seems like, I still don't quite believe it because I'm thinking, are you sure? I should be doing this now. I'm only quite little still.
Let's talk about exams. Sorry to have to mention that they still exist in June. You have got an A-level to do, haven't you? How are you feeling about that, having to leave all this behind for a bit and go back to do your exam?
It'll be lovely to go back. Not too sure about the writing the exam part. I'm going to try and study as much as possible in like any spare pockets of time, because obviously you've got to really revise for an exam. I don't want to walk in unprepared. Maybe
on your exam paper you could just put I won over the rainbow, eat that.
Could you imagine AQA? But no, yeah, I think I'll do my best. I might make something up, but a last week cramming I think is in order for revision.
Danielle, you said you were quite shy, maybe not the most confident person when you were at school. What advice would you have to some young children who maybe want to be an actor or an actress, go into theatre, who maybe are also quite shy?
I think just be comfortable in yourself, and that's like the first thing. I think once you know yourself and you're comfortable in you, then other people will be comfortable around you. And if you want to do something, like, completely put your heart into it. Don't let anyone say, oh, it's not a good idea, because this industry is tough and you've got to deal with that early on. But if it's something you want to do, you've got to go for it, and there's no holding back. You've got to just let go 100%, so go for it.
And what about performing the same song for 8 shows every week, day in, day out? Are you going to get bored of Over the Rainbow after a while? It must be a bit boring, no?
I think naturally, you're doing the same things. It is, some people could get quite complacent, but I think the idea is, trying to make every show fresh as if it's like opening night, and just keeping the character, like, fresh in your imagination, and, keep going with it and thinking up new things, because Dorothy's fantastic because she's an orphan, and she could have any backstory, so I could keep changing it in my head from week to week, and the audience wouldn't know, but they'd know through my eyes, so every performance could be slightly different, and just to keep it fresh and imaginative, and just stay true to who you are as an actor as well.
And you said you really feel like Dorothy now. I mean, what do you mean when you say that?
I think my life has just become this incredible adventure, and Dorothy has to deal with some pretty major and pretty bizarre situations, I think. It's not every day you meet a tin man, is it? Wow.
No.
No. It's not every day that you get on live television and you stand on a rooftop on a beautiful day being interviewed. And, something like that, and I think that I just got this massive adventure in this. I'm still exploring who I am as a person, and I think Dorothy does that throughout the course of the show. But also, she's very adventurous, very passionate, and very determined, and I think that's definitely a quality that I have too, so I'm really looking forward to it.
And you are going to have to work with a couple of dogs, aren't you? Toto, and we've seen some of the dogs throughout this whole programme. Do you like dogs? Are you looking forward to working with animals? Because trust me, I don't enjoy working with animals at all. It never ends up well.
Yeah, the golden rule used to be don't work with animals or children, but
I work with both.
I'm doing both soon. I actually have a dog myself. I have a Labrador. She's gorgeous. So I'm quite used to dogs. I've been with Dangerous Dave today. He's fantastic. Cool. So no, I'm really looking forward to it, and I think that's part of the challenge as well, isn't it? Because you're not just a performer, you're a dog trainer at the same time. So no, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I think it keeps things fresh as well, because the dog is going to be doing something different every night, so you've got to deal with that as well.
Probably will be. Might have an accident on stage, you never know.
You never know. That wouldn't be good, would it?
Excitement for the fans to go and watch.
I wonder how we'd improvise around that.
One last question. Have we got time just for one more question? Cool. I just wanted to know, I mean, being 18 and at that age, is it going to be maybe too much for you to cope with? Because, as you say, this was your first audition, and a West End production like this, on this scale, Andrew Lloyd Webber's own production, it's going to be huge. And we've heard in the past sometimes the leading ladies, it maybe takes its toll on their voice or whatever. How are you going to make sure that you will be okay?
I think being a leading lady and being on the West End full stop is a lifestyle. It's not just a job or a career, and it's definitely going to change like your sleeping patterns, the way you eat, the way you look after yourself. It becomes very antisocial because all of a sudden you can't speak because you don't want to overuse your voice and make it tired, so all of a sudden you're like, I know you should take up mime. But yeah, no, yes. But I'm looking forward to it, and I think I would have been moving away from home anyway, because I would have planned to go to drama school and, get my education that way. So I'm pretty prepared for it. I feel like, mentally and physically I'm ready. So yeah, bring it on.